Hello everyone, and welcome to the War and Conquest Trebuchet reel video. I guess is the name. I don't know. We're still working on the title. It's not set in stone yet. But after much hype and anticipation, we're here. You know, we are ready to shoot the Trebuchet. And the projectiles have all been paid in full by those who have helped the show get to this very point. So the first rock we have is for Marty. Marty didn't actually donate money, but the Trebuchet is actually sitting on Marty's land. He's my next door neighbor. We have a little yard sharing thing because apparently the guy who drew up the property lines for New Lisbon was on meth, and there's no real shape that can describe the property lines around here, so we all just sort of share. Anyway, so without Marty's land, I would not have a place to shoot this Trebuchet, so first one's for you. Looked about 65, 70 yards to my cake. It went into the brush. I'm not sure if it hit water or not. I couldn't hear a splash, but it's between 65 to 70, so not bad for the first shot. Our next patron is unnamed Rock 625. We had a lot of shy people who donated to this show. Apparently up to 624 of them confirmed, because all those numbers were taken. I'm just kidding. Jeff actually bought this rock and he thought it would be funny as a joke to go with unnamed rock 3. But you know, 3, that's a low number, it's not funny. So me being the classic comedian I am, decided to up the number. Joke was a lot funnier in my head, but you know, whatever. Here's your rock, Jeff. Well, that bounced into the woods, so I'm gonna say that's about 60, maybe 65 after the bounce. Not as good as Marty's rock, but at least we're mostly consistent. For our next rock, we have Eric from New Zealand throwing Trebuchet, which apparently is a native New Zealander word for rock. So here's Eric, whose rock is named Rock. Did it again. I officially broke the Trebuchet. I made the same mistake I made in the first video. I forgot to release my winch pin, and now the main arm is destroyed. Alright, we are back for take 2 of Eric the Rock Johnson. I know that's not the name he wanted, but I thought it was funny. And that's his new nickname from now on. We redesigned the Trebuchet, got a new arm on it. A little bit different design. Hopefully it works just as well as the old one did without breaking. Looks like a good 60 yards for Eric's rock. It's amazing how well they fly when the winch is released. And to ensure that it does, I left a little note on the arm that says detach winch before firing, dumbass. So hopefully that gives me enough motivation to remember to do that in future. The next rock is for the Rotowski boys and their father Andy. Apparently Andy's kids love history, and I guess they're going to be watching this video, so your dad was cool enough to buy you a rock thrown from the War and Conquest Trebuchet. So I don't know, pick up your room every now and again as a gesture of thanks, do your chores. I don't know, do responsible kid stuff. You got a pretty cool dad. Had a pretty cool thud on the end of it there. About, I don't know, 55, 56 yards maybe. Our next rock here is for Ted. Ted has given several times via the website's Venmo, and I think he's the only one to have ever done so. So thanks for keeping the Venmo dream alive, Ted. This one's for you. That went past the 60-yard mark. Had a nice little snap when I hit those weeds too. We're getting there, we're getting better. The trebuchet is really finding its form. Our next rock is for Kai, the War and Conquest unofficial, I don't know, artist, graphic designer, whatever you want to call him. He's made several thumbnails for videos so far, and he's sent me quite a few other pieces of work, like the background for the Facebook page. Now, this is a bigger rock, and historically speaking, the bigger rocks tend to fall shorter, but that means they hit the creek and they make a big splash, so it's more dramatic. So it's a trade-off, really. So here goes nothing. Directly on the 55-yard marker stump. That was a direct hit too. That's pretty gnarly. Our next rock is for John. Never got back to me about a nickname, so it's just John. Another one in the mid-50s. I'm getting kind of worried there. I think my main arm is starting to bow. Either that or I got too much movement shifting around in the box. It's starting to scrape the bottom. So hopefully it doesn't break on camera again, the second time in the past week. So in the interest of getting this done before that beam snaps like a Kit Kat in the mouth of a hungry toddler, I'm going to do something that's never been attempted in the history of ballistic projectiles. I'm going to throw two at the same time. No one's ever thought of it throughout all of human history. No one's put two rocks in the same basket. Oh, the humanity. So we got people who didn't directly contribute to the trebuchet, but have been longtime patrons and I felt deserved thanks. We got Michael and Tan and just some guy. All three of these people have been with me for many months now and have given quite a lot to help keep the show's lights on. So it's my way of saying thank you. Believe it or not, they actually flew fairly straight. I was getting kind of nervous there towards that power line, but in the end, I was worrying for nothing. For our next rock, we have Nathaniel. For those of you who have listened to recent episodes, Nathaniel needs no introduction. He was the one who bought the PSA about the walking in the parks. Nathaniel is, I believe, the second longest continuous patron in the War and Conquest history, and after this week, he is the highest contributing patron. So I gave him what I thought would be the best rock. Right now the rock to beat is Marty's, the first one we shot, which I have no idea where it is. I looked around in the impact zone the other day and I didn't see it. So I think that's the farthest one. So it's here. So let's see if Nathaniel can beat that. Another 60. I was wrong. Next rock is Shane. Pretty big one. It's probably going to be a splasher. I'm trying to get this done as quickly as possible because it seems like every time I fire at that bow in the bar it gets a little bit bigger. So let's see how long we can get before this thing breaks. Well, that was scary. I had no idea where that rock went. And it's all the way over there. Alright, so maybe that rock was too heavy. I think we can all admit that that is the case with that one. So, sorry about that, Shane. Your rock almost killed me though. So, I don't know how I feel right now. Alright, Shane, I'm going to give you another shot. But if your rock tries to kill me again, we're no longer friends. Gave him a smaller rock. We're going to shoot another double here, with the other rock being Chase, who is War and Conquest's longest running patron. So hopefully this one doesn't attempt to kill me like the last one did, and they both go in at least a somewhat straight line that way. All right, next we've got Vincent's Rock. I don't know what happened. The Vincent's Rock is right here. I think it's breaking. I think the trebuchet might be busted. I don't know, we'll see. All right, I've tried reducing the weight and the counterweight to reduce stress. I think what happened is when it came down, it hit the bottom because the counterweight inside the box shifted. So hopefully that eliminates the problem. We don't have any more misfires. Hey, a rock went where it was supposed to. That's a change. I was really hoping if this thing does misfire, I really wish it would just come back and hit the ladder and knock the GoPro over, because that would be a cool shot. I mean, if your trebuchet has to misfire, I think that's the way to go. Our next rock is from patron Peter the Hermit Frog, and he named it Spanky Clunch. I don't know if that's like a sex thing or what Peter's got going on in his mind up there, but it's his rock. He's allowed to call it what he wants. Figure for the last one, I would go start to finish the loading process, just for those who are interested. This last rock is for Tara, by the way. Long-time viewer, first time rock buyer. Larry. And there you have it. That is the Eckert model trebuchet. It's not the greatest of designs. After all, I'm not an engineer. I never took physics, and I'm not a carpenter, so it's a miracle I managed to pull it off as well as I did. See, up here we've got our pins really sagging. It actually had a bit of a sag in it earlier from the accident. I thought I could get away with it, and it appears that I cannot. Although this pin down here was new, and you can still see it's got a bit of a bow in it. Part of the problem, I think, was, well, the bow is dropping the counterweight too low to the frame here. So when it would drop, it would scrape, and I think that's what happened when it let go of those rocks. I think, I don't know. It's hard to tell, it all happened so fast. Here we have our trigger system. For those of you who are interested in making your own, this is a 500-pound test rope. I don't recommend it for your main arm because it's really hard to tie. We got a 12-foot 4x4 here. I shaved at the top. I've got a bolt. I just cut the head off there for our trigger release. These are 1-inch concrete pins. Initially, I used a piece of cold rolled steel, but that bent in the accident. But I mean, I guess you don't need an accident for it to bend. See, there's our bend in it. But yeah, I think we're gonna go down range and see the damage. So you know how I said that was the last rock? I may have lied about that. But don't feel too betrayed, because that means I lied to myself as well. We got a last minute donation for the trebuchet after the first arm broke. And I forgot to write it down on my list. So we're going to try to get one last shot out of the old girl before we take her apart and fix her. It doesn't break completely. For Chad and his daughter. That was the one he bought the rock for. Got to pull that up so I can get the name real quick while I get everything set up. This is Chad buying a rock for Mila. I knew it started with an M. I just forgot how the rest of it went. Yeah, the force of the weight and the counterweight is so much it actually lifts the frame up. Now, it's not as bad with 150. When I have the full weight in there, yeah, you can hear the frame is not a fan. That's why I do the last bit of it manually. It's less stress. I don't want that eye hook ripping out and this thing tearing my head off. That would not be ideal. It would make for a good video, but oh, that would have to be a bestscore.com submission and not a YouTube video. All right, here we go. See, that's my nice little note to myself. And I guess it works. I haven't forgotten yet. Ooh, that was a short one. Yeah, you see, look, it's scraping the thing. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be above that 2x4. That's what we balanced it on when we put it on there. So the basket's actually supposed to be like up here, and it's not. That's how much bend is in the arm. You can see it. That's bad. But we've officially got all our rocks off, I think. You know, before we go downrange, I talked a lot of crap on the trebuchet's throwing ability. I want to see if I can do it better. Let me find a good hand size rock here. There's not really many round ones. That'll do, I guess. Alright, so the trebuchet's only marginally better at throwing a couple pound rocks than I am. Oh, forgot the rangefinder. I think Marty's probably is going to be the farthest rock. I don't think anything we threw today is going to beat that. Although I can't say for sure because I don't know where that rock is. Right, here we are downrange. Let's cross a little stream here. Look at this one. And the Ratowski boys really burrowed in there. We've got Jeff here. Wait, hold on, we got a hidden rock. What is this? Oh, jeez. That is in there. I need a shovel to get that sucker out. Nathaniel. I knew that one hit pretty hard. All right, so Tataka. Looks like Nathaniel's got it right now at 59 yards. We got one out here in the bush. We got Ted. 62. All right, we got John. This one may have bounced, but we'll count it. 63. Oh. Still can't find Marty's rock though. I don't know where it could have gone. It's a white rock with one side painted orange. I don't know how it could be hidden. Unless it buried itself somewhere, which is possible. I don't know if
I don't know, boys and girls. I don't see it. But I thought it went farther, but it looks like John's got it. There's Chase's rock. This is what it did. This was, yeah, Kai's rock that hit the stump. Really tore the crap out. That's, of course, it's rotten too, but still. It sounded cool when it hit. I really don't want to give a missing rock the victory crown, but I don't see much else, because I'm pretty sure it went farther, but I don't know. It would help if I all had like relatively uniform rocks. Problem was, when I was picking them out, I didn't exactly know what the ideal shape and size was, so I sort of just got like a mixed bag. Had I known what I know now, I would have, well, I would have done a few things differently. Would have got a thicker pin, but I would have gotten rocks that were all roughly about this size. Yep, this is the winning rock right here, I guess, because Marty's is MIA. I don't know, maybe the deer stole it. I don't know why they would, but you never want to rule anything out. So, with the impact area right here at, what is this, like 56 yards? 57 yards. I could build something here and try to hit it after I fix it. Maybe that'll be another video. We'll do actual targeting. See what happens. Oh, here was Shane's second rock. What was this one? Mike. There's a couple in the water. Really want to find that other rock. It's very upsetting. There's Tara's. Actually, I should probably leave them here as a general ranging tool. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright guys, this has been Trebuchet Time with Neil. Hope to catch you guys on the next one for whatever other harebrained project I come up with that's outside of my technical skill and budget range.